a lot today, and most of it was stuff I'd been told wasn't true. So much about what goes on in space has been hidden from so many of us. I mean, there really are aliens out there. I saw some of their things. Weird stuff. They told us in sim school that these were all rumours and fancy tales of spaceship commanders trying to make their lives sound more interesting. I wonder what else we've been lied to about. I wanted to speak to these strange engineers, at least that's what they're called. They're really more of like a top boss of an organisation. They're busy people, so they expect something from you before they'll even give you the time of day. Felicity Sassia was the first one I was able to contact. She wanted something called a meta-alloy, and turns out this is alien technology. I wouldn't know where to start with this, but fortunately some of my friends did. Meta-alloys grow on strange things in deep space called barnacles. Commanders Anarchy 100, Kamakishi and Turtleace, who my friends managed to rescue when his ship got stranded, offered to guide me in how to get one. Now these guys are Imperials, so let's just say I was a little nervous. And in the news there have been all sorts of warnings about people getting hijacked, carted off into deep space and forced to mine. And they suggested I land on their fleet carrier and we'd disappear off into the void. Well, I made sure I was prepared with an upgraded jump drive and a fuel scoop so I could get home if they tried to maroon me. But I've got to hand it to them, they were kind and generous throughout. They're definitely very different, these Imperials, compared to what I've been taught. Seems like there's a lot of propaganda I've been fed over the years. I'm definitely reassessing it now. I've got calls from the Alliance too. I need to understand them as well. There's also trouble brewing in the HIP 54530 system. Some kind of civil war? They always told us the Federation was rock solid and that such things only happened in the Empire and the Alliance. Not sure what is really going on. Anyway, this fleet carrier jumped 300 light years in a single leap. I mean, wow! Best my ship can do is about 20. Suddenly, we were out in the void of the galaxy, and it was scary. We headed down to the planet, well at least we tried to. Something strange was happening with the frame shift drive. We got sort of, stuck I suppose. Folks told me there were alien ships in the vicinity. We didn't see any. I'm not sure if that was good or not. We landed at the barnacle site and the commanders helped me scan for targets on the surface. A strange organic material, but like a metal, has some weird properties. I guess that's why it's so valuable. Then it was back to the fleet carrier, which took us directly to Felicity Sassia's base. It's a huge construct, built into the side of a mountain with a massive tower on top. Felicity is, well, she's advancing in years, I suppose. Don't know how old she might be, but she's been around a long time. I even got to speak to her briefly. She'd heard of what happened to me on the news. She needs a bunch of technology in order to upgrade my ship. She can make it jump further and faster. It sounds very useful. She also told me about this other engineer, Elvira Martuk. She lives in the system where my Anaconda was shot down, so there's a chance she knows something about it. For some reason, Elvira won't speak to anyone who hasn't travelled into the void on their own. So I need to prove that first. Out into the darkness I go.